So, the Premier League have postponed the football calendar, basically, until April the 3rd. Now, I don't know what they think is going to be better after April the 3rd, because clearly we're just at the start of this pandemic and more people are going to catch it. And I think if you listen to the government science advisor and chief medical officer yesterday, up to 80% of the population may well catch this. So, I'm not sure what the reasoning is for delaying it until April. I don't know. You've got to remember we did actually have an international fixture list, so there was a natural break in the calendar at that point anyway. So maybe that will help. Who knows? I mean, Gio is going to do another video, probably today, might even be doing it now, on the impacts of the coronavirus and COVID-19, which is the disease that you get through the coronavirus. He's going to be doing that and the implications of football, season tickets, stuff like that. And I'm sure I'll do one at a later date. But the real reasoning for this video was just to let you know, in terms of Hammers Chat, we're going to carry on business as usual-ish. Bearing in mind we've got no matches to talk about. We've got no previews. We've got no reviews. So we're gonna continue to do content. We're going to continue to bring you content. I mean, let's be fair. It's not like you can watch any football. It's not like you can switch off and watch the Formula One. They've cancelled that as well. I'd expect most major sporting events to be cancelled now. And I know there's a lot of scaremongering out there at the moment, and there's a lot of people... I think there's a lot of people going OTT, and there's a lot of people underplaying it. It is serious. I don't think the world would purposely try and dupe everybody for any sort of conspiratorial reasons. It is a nasty respiratory virus that, if people are vulnerable and elderly, it can be fatal. And when I say vulnerable and elderly, it's not just that. People, they say underlying health concerns. Well, if you smoke, that's a respiratory concern. If you're obese, that's a health concern. This is going to impact quite a lot of people. I think it is manageable, and it's certainly not just the flu. If it was just the flu, the whole world wouldn't be carrying on like it is. So we've got to be careful, particularly those of you that are young enough that you're probably going to sail through it. I saw an interview with Callum Hudson-Odoi earlier. He did an Instagram post or a tweet or whatever the case may be. He's had it for 2 or 3 days, seems perfectly fine, couldn't even notice a sniffle. Listen, people like that are probably going to be all right. Footballers, fit people are probably going to be all right. It's just you've got to make sure that the reason they're trying to clamp it down is so as you don't pass it on to the vulnerable and the needy. Needy is the wrong word, isn't it? You know, just people who are more susceptible to catching it. And I think it's just a responsibility to that, because what happens is if it becomes pneumonia, which is what happens, then you're going to need therapy at the time. You're going to need a respirator. You're going to need to be looked after. And obviously that's quite important. People talk about vaccines. It takes years to develop a vaccine. Even once you've developed it, you've got to test it and test it and test it again. I mean, this is the SARS virus. They still haven't got a vaccine for the first SARS virus. So just so as, you know, everyone's clear on that. I'm in the supermarket at the moment, popped to get some lunch. It's crazy in there. But people aren't looking at the whole thing logically. So, and we know the toilet roll's a funny old one, isn't it? But people have bought so much now. There's no toilet roll, so people have actually created the problem for themselves. Everyone's buying loads of pasta and loads of rice, which ironically comes from China and Italy. So I think that's quite a funny one as well. But I can see people are stressed. I can see people are not acting in the way that they normally would. The antibacterial hand gel has gone, which is absolutely crazy because it's not bacterial, it's viral. They couldn't be more different in that sense. Antibacterial gel kills bacteria, it doesn't kill a virus. So actually just washing your hands with normal soap is going to do you as much good anyway. So you've got tons of normal soap in there. Loads of bubble bath, which is available for a big bottle like that for about £1. Everyone's going mad for these small little dispensers of soap for £3, which are about that big. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. We'll be doing a lot of content because you've got to watch something, haven't you? Let's be fair. You're not going to be able to turn over to anything else. So, well, when I say nothing else, it's not like there's going to be a load of sport on, is there? So they cancelled the Formula One, as I mentioned. A lot of the other sports that you might switch over to, they're all going to be shut down. They're all going to be cancelled. As I say, Gio will be doing a video about the wider implications in football. But Hammers Chat, we're going to keep going. We've got some ideas. We've been talking about it, myself and Gio. It's no surprise, as many of you know, my wife works in the NHS. They were being briefed about this 2 or 3 weeks ago, so at least, and so this is no surprise that this could happen. So we've been speaking about it for the past week, myself and Gio. We've got some ideas, some slightly different ideas. We might, as I say, won't be a review, won't be a preview and things like that. We don't really have the current football situation to speak about, and we're certainly not going to be updating you on the virus every day, and look, you know, otherwise it's just going to be boring. So we're going to try and carry on. We're going to try and produce some content on all platforms, on absolutely everything. So stay tuned. We'll be back on the main channel with a video tonight as well. Again, not about any of this sort of stuff, but I just wanted to really give you a channel update as much as anything. So don't worry about it. The content is going to keep coming. So yeah, there you go. Look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, and most importantly, look after your toilet rolls.